i-register ka ulit sa isa. Okay? So, na yung email. Buksan ko na
child embodies our ultimate vision, that every Filipino learner will realize their full potential and ultimately reach their biggest dreams, no matter how high, no matter how hard, through quality education. And as our learners aim to soar, we must continue to elevate our goals. Rising, the kite is our emblem of aspiration to deliver the brand of quality in Philippine basic education. The quadrants of the soaring kite symbolize the key reform areas in forwarding this cause, as we embark on this aggressive reform to yield upskilled teachers, well-developed curriculum, improved learning environment, and responsive multi-stakeholder cooperation. Using the colors of our flag, the logo symbolizes our unity and serves as a reminder that it takes a nation to educate a child. Together, we as a nation will have to move forward and gain more momentum so that our vision of quality basic education for all shall take flight. Sama-sama sa pagsulong ng edukalidad.
Well, hello, Mrs. Morgan. Remember how hard it was to get your students' attention? Oh, Mr. Jeske, any explosive ideas? And you, Mr. Fisher, the world keeps turning, right? Okay, we're past all that, because now we have Microsoft Educator Center. Trainings, courses, webinars, programs, badges, points, certificates. Join now and get yourself ready for the new school year. Teach your best.
Nang sumiklab ang giyera sa Marawi, maraming buhay at kabuhayan ang nawala. Maraming kabahayan at paaralan ang napinsala. Sa kabila ng matinding suliranin, naging matagumpay ang DepEd na mabigyan ang mga mag-aaral ng pagkakataong ipagpatuloy ang edukasyon at muling bumangon sa sitwasyon. Habang naghihintay sa pagkumpuni at pagsasaayos ng mga paaralan, nagkaloob ang DepEd ng mga temporary learning shelters, remedial classes, learning kits, at feeding programs para sa mga displaced learners. Nabigla ang lahat sa pag-alboruto ng Bulkang Taal. Libo-libong pamilya, kabilang ang mga guro at mag-aaral, ang nawalan ng tirahan at mga ari-arian. Mabilis ang naging tugon ng DepEd upang makapagpatuloy sa pag-aaral ang mga apektadong mag-aaral. Sinikap ng mga guro na turuan ang mga mag-aaral na pansamantalang tumuloy sa evacuation center. Tumama sa bansa ang COVID-19 pandemic, dahilan upang maantala ang normal na daloy ng pamumuhay at trabaho sa lahat ng sektor, kabilang na ang kagawaran ng edukasyon. Nang ipatupad ang Luzon lockdown, inilunsad ang DepEd Commons upang tuloy ang pagkatuto ng mga learners habang nasa bahay. Sa kabila ng mabigat na hamon sa ilalim ng new normal, patuloy na nagpunyagi ang DepEd upang maghanap at maghatid ng mga alternatibong pamamaraan upang magpatuloy ang edukasyon sa pinakaligtas at pinakaangkop na paraan. Sa ilalim ng Learning Continuity Plan, layunin ng DepEd na magpatuloy ang edukasyon nang hindi nakokompromiso ang kapakanan at kalusugan ng mga guro at mag-aaral. Isusulong ng DepEd ang tatlong pangunahing layunin: angkop na proteksyon, kaugnay ng mga health standards at safety protocols para sa ligtas na school year, patuloy na edukasyon sa pamamagitan ng blended learning, distance learning at homeschooling na angkop sa kapasidad ng bawat mag-aaral, at mabisang aksyon sa pakikipagtulungan sa lokal na pamahalaan at mga partner organizations upang maihatid ang dekalidad na edukasyon para sa lahat. Bawat DepEd division ay bumuo rin ng sarili nilang Learning Continuity Plan upang gabayan ang mga guro, mga magulang at mga mag-aaral sa bagong pamamaraan ng pag-aaral gamit ang online, modular at TV and radio-based instructions. Gamit ang iba't ibang learning modalities, nagdaos ng dry run ang mga paaralan sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa, katuwang ang mga local government units at mga education partners upang maging handa sa bagong sistema ng edukasyon. Isinagawa rin ang mga pagsasanay at oryentasyon sa mga magulang upang maging epektibong katuwang sa pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. Sa anumang hamon o sitwasyon, handa ang DepEd. Handang kumilos, handang tumugon, at handang magserbisyo.
Ang dami ng mga pagsusubok at challenges ang naharap at napagtagumpayan ng ating Department of Education. Tuwing may pagsusubok, priority palagi natin ang ating learners at ang ating mga teachers sa tulong ng parents at saka partners at ang buong bansa. Ngayon, sa hinaharap natin itong new normal na sinasabi nila, matatag ang ating kagawaran, matatag ang DepEd dahil pinagtibay na tayo ng panahon. Kayang-kaya natin ito sa tulong ninyo.
G'day everyone, I'm Mark. As a teacher and a former principal, I know that professional learning often comes at the end of a very long day. But there are exciting, less structured ways to be in the driver's seat of your own lifelong learning. A great place to start is by engaging with our Microsoft Innovative Educator, or MIE community. This global community is big, in fact it's enormous. Our MIEs love connecting. Monthly tweet meets are global gatherings of inspiring educators around big topics, and their Facebook group acts as a persistent home for discussions and shared activities. Another way teachers are learning within communities is through Microsoft Teams. Now, greater teacher collaboration improves teaching across schools, and Teams is the ultimate platform for a professional learning community. It's open-walled and socially embedded, so you can incorporate your OneNote Staff Notebook PLC and have access to all the goodness of video chat, phone, and collaboration tools. With Immersive Reader built in, it's inclusive and accessible on any device. Your learning community is just a click away. Last tip, our Microsoft Education Centre offers great ways to gain new skills with courses tailored uniquely to your needs. Make it a collaborative experience by picking a MET course to do together with your peers. And as a bonus, you can practice collaborative learning by exploring a research paper, like the Class of 2030, and treat it just like a book club with your colleagues face-to-face or in Teams. The link to that research, it's in the description. Remember, learning is socially embedded. It's best done together for students and for teachers. Happy learning.
2020 brought new beginnings for the Department of Education. Ready to pivot towards attaining quality education, DepEd was hopeful of the challenges ahead of it. But as DepEd continued to work on its commitment, the world suddenly faced a steeper dilemma. Around the globe, countries like the Philippines had to shift their priorities to respond to a public health crisis brought by COVID-19. Schools had to be closed, activities had to be halted, graduation ceremonies had to be canceled, as people were urged to stay at home. A new normal dawned upon us. As soon as DepEd realized the impact of these disruptions in education, it began to proactively craft its learning continuity plan last April to ensure that learning opportunities will still be available. Consulting with partners and advisors through the Education Forum, as well as legislators, teachers, parents, learners, and the general public, DepEd made sure its LCP encompasses the concerns of the whole education sector in responding to the crisis. Its topmost priority being the protection of the health, safety, and well-being of learners, teachers, and personnel. To make informed decisions, DepEd first analyzed relevant data and epidemiological picture for the incoming school year. DepEd also issued guidelines on its required health standards to be adopted in all public and private schools and DepEd offices following DOH and IATF protocols. It covers 4 COVID-19 mitigation objectives, namely, to increase physical and mental resilience, reduce transmission, reduce contact, and reduce duration of infection. The LCP also outlined how learning continuity will be ensured. It streamlines the K-12 curriculum into the most essential learning competencies and allows the use of distance learning, homeschooling, and blended learning modalities. Since conducting face-to-face classes will be a risk in most areas, DepEd has anchored its delivery of education to modular, online, TV and radio, or a combination of all. Guided by teachers, modular learning will allow learners to use self-learning modules in a format applicable to learners' capacity. In online distance learning, teachers will facilitate and engage learners' participation through the internet, whether synchronous or asynchronous. TV and radio-based instructions, on the other hand, are converted lessons fit for the broadcast medium. The LCP assures that all our learners, including our SPED, ALS, Madrasa students, can still access education even within the confines of their homes, and ensures that their household capacity will not hinder their right to education. To make this possible, our joint Brigada Eskwela and Oplan Balik Eskwela is assisting the preparations for the rollout of the LCP. On May 8, the LCP was approved by the IATF. The President also gave it his full support and expressed his commitment to meeting the financial demands of its execution. The implementation of the LCP will not be easy. It is not a perfect plan, and complications can be expected along the way. But extraordinary times call for extraordinary and proactive measures, and the Department of Education is ready to address the challenges along the way with the help of our national and local government, partners, parents, and learners. As one nation, learning opportunities shall be available in this brave new world for our Filipino children.
When you need the focus to be on you and not whatever that guy's doing, open Teams.
Tutal na wasak na naman namin ang lahat ng ari-arian nyo!
Sa totoong buhay, totoo ang pinsala ng giyera. Mula noon hanggang ngayon. Para limitahan ang kalupitan ng giyera, nagkaisa ang mga bansa 70 taon na ang nakalipas upang itaguyod ang Geneva Conventions. Ang Geneva Conventions ay kinikilala ng buong mundo bilang bahagi ng international humanitarian law na nagtatakda ng mga patakaran ng giyera o the rules of war. Ayon dito, huwag gawing target ang mga sibilyan at kanilang mga ari-arian. Tratuhin sa makataong paraan ang mga nabilanggo at protektahan ng mga doktor, nurse at mga ospital para paglingkuran ang mga sugatan at may sakit saan man panig sila nagmula. Alamin ang Geneva Conventions. Bisitahin ang www.therulesofwar.org.
Hi guys! So I just came from a meeting and I was just told that I would be leading this fundraising concert for International Students Day. And I have to present the plan to the school board next week. Okay, I'm going to need some help. Let me create a team space and invite my dream team. Sia, she knows all about the budgeting and stuff. Ivan, he knows all the kids from the performing arts group. Aisha, she worked on getting sponsorship last year. And Sam, because he's so cute. Let me lay out all tasks in Planner and kick things off. So, I'm almost done with my event concept and inspiration board. I just need Ivan to do some final tweaks and plug in the repertoire. Budget from Sia? Check. Sponsorship plan? Check. Done! Whew! When you start using Microsoft Teams, teamwork really does become easier. So now I'm heading over to present the plan to the school board. Wish me luck!
De Luna,
Present!
Herrera,
Present!
Valera.
Present!
Handa ba tayo sa school year 2020?
Present!
Ngayong taon, ang edukasyon tuloy pa rin. Sa tulong ng DepEd, mga guro at mga magulang, ang handang isip, handa bukas. Tuloy-tuloy ang pag-aaral. May mga modules para sa iba't ibang antas. Sa government TV, maging sa radyo. Mahalagang ligtas ang ating mga estudyante at guro. Kaya kahit nasa bahay, tuloy ang edukasyon. Kung tulong-tulong, may paraan, may aralan.
Handang isip, handa bukas.
Bisitahin ang DepEd Philippines sa Facebook at ang deped.gov.ph.
If you spend more time tracking down files than actually working on them, open Teams.
Good afternoon to our Zoom participants. Some gentle reminders before we formally start. So please find and stay in a quiet place. Kindly test your microphone and video settings, especially for those who will have a part in the program. Later, we will request all of you towards the end of the program to turn on your camera to show your signage. I think you've been informed about this already. The sort of expression of support about this new program. Okay. And then please make sure that you use your complete name in your Zoom account, in your display name, including the region or division you are representing. For now, disable your video so that you can reduce and save your data usage, and please turn off your microphone so as to avoid unnecessary noise and distractions. If you have other concerns, feel free to message the technical working group in the chat box. So we hope that you will finish the entire program, including the photo op later. So please stay with us throughout the program. Thank you.
Sino ba ang hindi naapektuhan? Sino ba ang hindi nag-alala? Sino ba ang hindi nalito? Lahat tayo ay naapektuhan. Lahat tayo ay nag-aalala. Lahat tayo ay nalito. Dahil binago ng pandemyang dulot ng COVID-19 ang paraan ng pamumuhay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino saan mang sektor ka nabibilang. Tumigil ang panandalian ang ating mga nakagawian. Tumigil ang lahat ng uri ng transaksyon. Tumigil ang lahat ng operasyon ng mga paaralan. Nakalilito. Nakakaba. Paano na ang kinabukasan ng mga kabataan? Paano na tayo sa hinaharap?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official launching of DepEd Teaches. In a few minutes, get to know more about this program and brace yourselves for the exciting offering of this new initiative. We are live right now on our official Facebook account, the DepEd Philippines. Please stay tuned because we are very much excited to be part of the unveiling of this innovative program.
And so I am Anna Marlene Latonwa, and I'm with Sir July Abrea. We are your hosts in today's event. So this is a special day, for we are here to witness another triumphant moment in our pursuit to continue learning and to provide a channel of information in collaboration with the different offices and bureaus. This marks another milestone. So with that, we thank each and every one of you for being here with us. So can we give ourselves a big round of applause? It's an absolute pleasure to be here. To formally start, we invite everyone for the national anthem, followed by a doxology.
Kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiging, basta silangan, parang magpuso sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, nguyong ka ng magiging, sa manlulugig, di ka pasisihin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simulat, sa langit mong buhaw, may nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang dinamahal. ang islap ng wataw at way tagumpay na nagiging, ang bituin at araw na kailan pag may maghihili, lumalag araw ng ating kasinga, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang nilaya ng magkay magkakapi, ang magkay ng dahil sa'yo.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم آمين يا رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم اجمع شامل المسلمين والكريستيان والأمم في مدينة دبعو وسلم دائما مجتمعنا هذا بالسلم والأمن والتقدم في بلدنا هذا آمين يا رب العالمين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you today to praise and worship you and give you thanks for all the things you continue to provide for ourselves and our families. Father, we humbly ask for forgiveness for all the times we have offended you, when we forget to acknowledge your presence in the image of our brothers and sisters, and for moments we fail to be good stewards of the blessings you have given us. Continue to guide and protect each one of us, Lord, that we may always walk in the lights of your everlasting love and mercy. Grant us, Father, with your comfort in times of distress and with your strength in times of weakness. Bestow upon us your unending grace and healing, that we may in turn become instruments of gentleness and compassion to others. We ask all this in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, with the prayer and the intercession of our Blessed Mother. Amen.
Welcome again to all our Zoom participants and those who are joining us live on Facebook. Sir July, good afternoon. Did you just see that teaser video? It was quite intriguing, and I'm very excited to be part of this much anticipated launching event.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Ana, and that I think it's correct. You know, as I reflect on what had happened in this year, it's not every day that we find ourselves in this unprecedented situation, which has made a huge impact on how we deliver quality education.
I couldn't agree more. The timing is perfect, and as we near the end of the year, despite the challenges and probably the mishmash of emotions that we've felt both in our personal and professional lives, we are here to move forward.
Yes, and then that's certainly correct. And we are more ready than ever to weather the storm. At this point, let us give a warm welcome to our distinguished guests from the members of the Executive Committee of the Department of Education, to our regional directors, to our schools division superintendents, division chiefs, and to all personnel and teachers as our audience who are watching and joining us today on live in our official DepEd Facebook account. It is our great honor to introduce to you our distinguished guests. First and foremost, let us welcome our honorable guest, the Secretary of the Department of Education, Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones. Joining us also today, the Chief of Staff, Undersecretary Nepomuceno A. Malaluan. Let us also welcome the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction, Undersecretary Diosdado M. San Antonio. We also have the Assistant Secretary for Curriculum and Instruction, Assistant Secretary Alma Ruby C. Torio. Joining us also today, the Assistant Secretary for Alternative Learning System, Assistant Secretary G.H. Ambad. We also have the Assistant or the Undersecretary for Planning Service and Bureau of Human Resources and Organizational Development, Undersecretary Jesus Lorenzo R. Mateo. Gracing this event, also we have Undersecretary for Finance, USEC Annalyn M. Sevilla. We also have the Assistant Secretary for Finance, ASEC Ramon Fiel Absede. Let us also welcome the Undersecretary for Administration, USEC Alain Del B. Pasqua. We also have the Assistant Secretary for Procurement and Administration, ASEC Salvador C. Malana III. Let us also welcome the Undersecretary for Legal Affairs, Undersecretary Josephine G. Maribojo. We also have the Assistant Secretary for Legal Affairs, ASEC Alberto T. Escobarte. Let us also welcome the Undersecretary for Legislative Affairs, Undersecretary Tonesito M.C. Umali. And finally, we also have the Undersecretary for the Field Operations, Palarong Pangbansa Secretariat, and DIACO, none other than Undersecretary Revsi A. Escobedo.
From the Office of the Curriculum and Instruction, let us all welcome the Director of the Bureau of Curriculum Development, Director Jocelyn D.R. Andaya. We also have the Director of the Bureau of Education Assessment, Director Nelia V. Benito. Let us also welcome the Director from the Bureau of Learning Delivery, Director Laila P. Oriola. We also have the Director of the Bureau of Learning Resources, Attorney Aris Delson Akay D. Kawilan. And we also have the Director of the Alternative Learning System Program Task Force, Director Mavilet R. Almeida.
We also would like to extend our heartfelt welcome to our regional directors. We have the OIC Director of Region 1, Ilocos Region, Director Tolentino G. Aquino. We also have the Regional Director of Region 2, Cagayan Valley, Director Benjamin D. Paragas. Let us also welcome the Regional Director from Region 3, Central Luzon, Director May B. Eclar. We also have the Regional Director of Region 4A, Calabarzon, Director Wilfredo E. Cabral. We also have the OIC Director of Region 4B, Mimaropa, Director Nicolas T. Capulong. We also have the Regional Director from Region 5, Bicol Region, Director Gilbert T. Sadsad. Let us also welcome the Regional Director from Region 6, Western Visayas, Director Maria Gemma M. Ledesma. Also, we have the OIC Director for Region 7, Central Visayas, Director Salustiano T. Jimenez.
Mga tigulang o batan-ong lungsuranon, kahigayunan ang gihatag sa tanan.
We also have the Regional Director from Region 8, Eastern Visayas, Director Ramir B. Oitico.
Let us also welcome the Regional Director of Region 9, Zamboanga Peninsula, Director Isabelita M. Bores. We also have the Regional Director of Region 10, Northern Mindanao, Director Arturo B. Bayocot.
Simbolo sa pagkawasan.
We also have the OIC Regional Director of Region 11, Davao Region. We have Director Evelyn B. Catalvero.
Nasud ng langgam, waling-waling hara sa kabulakan. May unawan, haring durian, lubiong saging, ugas lamian.
Let us also welcome the Regional Director of Region 12, SOC Surgeon, Director Alan G. Fernazo. We also have the Regional Director of Region 13 from Caraga, Director Francis Cesar B. Bringas. Let us also welcome the Regional Director of Cordillera Administrative Region, Director Estela L. Carino. We also have the Regional Director of the National Capital Region, Director Malcolm S. Garma.
Pusod nitong ating bansa, dulot kaunlaran. Taas noong iwagayway, ang bandilang NCR.
And let us also welcome the Minister of Basic Education in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, Minister Mohager M. Iqbal.
Ikaw ay kaingatan, bandila mo'y laging iwagayway. Bayang minumutya, may taglay na yaman, inshallah, sa'yo ay tagumpay.
Allow us also to acknowledge the presence of 226 schools division superintendents who have graced this big event. Thank you so much for your continuous support and commitment.
On behalf of the management and organizers, it is indeed a great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to this special event. At this juncture, let us introduce our speaker. He hardly needs long introduction, for he has made us all proud of his distinguished work in his numerous capacities. Let us all listen to the welcome remarks and statement of purpose, as well as to give us the message on behalf of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones. Let us welcome the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction, none other than Yusek Diosdado M. San Antonio.
Thank you very much, July. Good afternoon, everybody. At last, we are now launching DepEd Teaches. In the name of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, we welcome you, fellow teachers and fellow school officials, to this initiative that will hopefully allow us to clarify certain things and make sure that the policies of the Department of Education are clearly understood by our fellow teachers in the schools and school officials as well, leading the different public schools in the whole country. The Secretary regrets that she cannot join us today, but she will be with us as we culminate the first week of the series of episodes for this DepEd Teaches. The curriculum and instruction strand with ASIC Alma and the different directors of the bureaus for curriculum development, Director Joyce, learning delivery, Director Lai, education assessment, Director Nell, learning resources, Director Aris and Director Raul, the Teacher Education Council Secretariat, Director Ranvi, our LCC, Literacy Coordinating Council Secretariat, Eric, and IPED, Indigenous Peoples Education's Office, Lori. We are glad to finally be able to launch this initiative that we feel would allow us to minimize confusions and doubts on the proper implementation of the programs and initiatives relative to curriculum, instruction, and assessment. For this week, we will have a daily episode that will feature the different regional directors. I mean the bureau directors talking about the programs and projects that are in place as we try to provide relevant quality basic education services for the youngsters of the Philippines during this COVID-19 pandemic. The Secretary has long approved this initiative, but you know, we were bombarded with a lot of other things to do as we prepared for the opening of school year 2020-2021. So we had to prioritize the more urgent things. But we feel that this is the perfect time to also launch DepEd Teaches. This will be, as I mentioned, our platform for making sure that our fellow teachers are fully updated with the most recent policy directions and interventions that we hope to be able to offer after consulting the regional directors, the other directors and members of the executive committee of the Department of Education, that will hopefully allow us to finally be effective in providing basic education services for the learners in our midst. You all know that the results of the international large-scale assessments are results that would not make us all proud and happy. But we know that if we don't acknowledge the existence of these problems and difficulties, we will not be able to come up with appropriate interventions. As I've said, this is supposed to be our tool for understanding ourselves, making things understood by everybody, and learning from the best practices of the regions, the division offices, and the schools. So in the future, come January, we hope to request and feature the regional directors talking about certain aspects and issues that we will organize according to themes, and eventually superintendents, principals, and fellow teachers who have demonstrated high level of innovativeness and creativity and effectiveness, and who are able to show that we can also be competitive with the rest of the world. We have outliners, extreme high performers who should be emulated. And we hope that through DepEd Teaches, we will really learn from one another. Again, welcome to DepEd Teaches. My profoundest salute to the team, ably headed by the Bureau of Learning Delivery, Director Laila Ariola, and all the rest, because in the curriculum and instruction strand, we go and work on things together. We cooperate, we collaborate, we listen to the directors of the regions and the other strands, and even to the officials in the field. Before the weekends, we hope to also convene the school superintendents so that we can listen from them and come up with the necessary adjustments that are required so that we will really be effective. Again, my profoundest salute to the technical working group that has made this happen. I am really super excited, and the secretary is as excited as well, but time constraints has held her from being able to join us this afternoon. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. God bless. In the curriculum and instruction strand, children are most important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yusek San Antonio, for welcoming us and for initiating this program. DepEd Teaches would really be a good help to our teachers in navigating and adapting to this new paradigm of education. I know all of us will definitely benefit from this.
To know more about this new program initiated by the Office of the Curriculum Instruction, let us watch this video.
Sino ba ang hindi naapektuhan? Sino ba ang hindi nag-alala? Sino ba ang hindi nalito? Lahat tayo ay naapektuhan. Lahat tayo ay nag-aalala. Lahat tayo ay nalito. Dahil binago ng pandemyang dulot ng COVID-19 ang paraan ng pamumuhay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino saan mang sektor ka nabibilang. Tumigil ang panandalian ang ating mga nakagawian. Tumigil ang lahat ng uri ng transaksyon. Tumigil ang lahat ng operasyon ng mga paaralan. Nakalilito. Nakakakaba. Paano na ang kinabukasan ng mga kabataan? Paano na tayo sa hinaharap? Opisyal na nilulunsad ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa pangunguna ng Office of the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction ang DepEd Teaches. Ito ay isang online na programa na gagabay sa mga guro, tagapangasiwa, magulang at mag-aaral hinggil sa mga pagbabago sa batayang edukasyon ngayong new normal. Ang DepEd Teaches ay angkla sa sulong edukalidad na nakatuon sa apat na pangunahing pangangailangan ng mapunyaging reforma tungo sa makalidad na pagtuturo at pagkatuto. Una, pagre-review at pagsasapanahon ng kurikulum ng K-12. Ikalawa, pagpapaunlad ng kapaligirang pampagkatuto. Ikatlo, paglinang ng mga bagong kasanayan sa mga guro. At ang ikaapat, ang pakikipag-ugnay sa mga stakeholder para sa suporta at kolaborasyon. Sa pamamagitan ng virtual learning platform, ang DepEd Teaches ang magsisilbing bukas na komunidad ng pagsasanay na titipon sa mga guro, tagapamunong pang-edukasyon at sa sinumang may pagnanais sa pagtataguyod ng kalidad na edukasyon sa bansa at sa pagtagumpay ng bawat Pilipinong mag-aaral. Ang mga opisyal, education specialist, learning content expert at outstanding teacher ng DepEd ang magiging tagapanayam na magbabahagi ng kanilang kaalaman at kasanayan sa kurikulum, pagtuturo at pagkatuto, pagtataya at lahat ng kaugnay na mahalaga sa proseso ng pagtuturo at pagkatuto sa new normal. Bilang mga frontliner ng classroom, inaasahang magiging aktibo ang mga guro sa programang ito. Ang mga tema at paksa ay angkop sa kanilang pangangailangan at konteksto sa pamamagitan ng accessible na platform, ang social media. Sumali na sa OUCI family sa DepEd Teaches kung sama-sama mapahuhusay pa ang mga guro, kung sama-sama higit na malilinang natin ang mga mag-aaral.
This is so wonderful news. Can we again give ourselves a big round of applause? Kudos to the team, okay, who formed DepEd Teaches. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a tremendous success. So DepEd Teaches will provide our dear teachers and school leaders an array of videos that will increase their knowledge and broaden their perspective on learning and school management through the lens of DepEd officials and outstanding teachers who will facilitate the discussion. In addition, the teachers and viewers can access the discussion at their own pace, so it really supports flexibility and wide access. Sir July, it is open to all, right?
Yes, Ma'am Ana, it is open to all. For one of the targets of the Department of Education through DepEd Teaches is to reach a community of teachers and school leaders who everyone can share their ideas, stories of success, and challenges they have overcome as they perform their duties and function, especially in this new normal.
That is wonderful. So let us remember our tagline, empowering teachers, enabling learners. Can we all say that together again? DepEd teaches, empowering
Empowering
teachers,
teachers, enabling
enabling learners.
You know, Ma'am Ana, any program or activity or projects won't be successful without the support from our partners and stakeholders. To give us the message of support, let us welcome the Regional Director of Region 9, Zamboanga Peninsula, none other than Director Isabelita M. Bores.
Thank you, Anne, and thank you, Yol. Undersecretary Diosdado San Antonio said, children are important. All of us, regional directors, agree and we say, children are important. My respect and courtesy to our Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones and all the undersecretaries and the assistant secretaries, fellow regional directors, our schools division superintendents, including their assistant schools division superintendents, principals and teachers and supervisors. Buenas tardes a todos. 9 months have passed and we can claim we have survived and we have overcome the challenges of COVID pandemic crisis. Remember, last March 14, we were all in Isabela City and Tuguegarao for the attendance of the 2020 National Schools Press Conference and the National Festival of Talents. And we were just informed about this pandemic. Today, December 14, we have proven to our community that DepEd can overcome. DepEd family can survive. Why? Because children are important. Quickly, Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones urged all regional offices to craft and formulate a learning continuity plan. And all of us, 17 regions, made a contextualized learning continuity plan to address the needs of our learners. Again, because we believe children are important. June and July, the plan was disseminated to all of our stakeholders, and we were given support by our LGU, our local school board, our own PTAs, and even our teachers. It's because we have one major target, the development of our children. Children are important. Today, as we launch this week-long NSET dubbed as DepEd Teaches, empowering teachers, enabling learners, all of us are oriented on the concept, on the premise of what this NSET is all about. And my salute to Undersecretary Justado San Antonio, including ASIC Alma Torrio, and all our bureau directors, Director Andaya, Director Ariula, Director Cawilan, Director Almeida, and Director Benito, for the good idea of making DepEd Teaches an opportunity that we share all our innovations, all our practices. It will become a cornucopia of all changes that we do adopt per region, and that this is the forum for sharing. Why? Again, children are important. If you could recall, Edward Thorndike said, a teacher can never say she has taught unless the learners have learned. So what do we expect for this week? We will be learning mechanisms, systems, how to overcome challenges in instruction, challenges in learning delivery, learning resource management, even learning assessment. It's all because the challenge of overcoming this pandemic time. A lot of adjustments have to be done. And we already have proven that we can make some adjustments. We have been very flexible all these months and days. And as we wrap up 2020, we could say to ourselves, we have overcome and we have survived. Remember what Charles Darwin has said, the famous scientist in evolution. The most successful men and women in this world, the most happy men and women, are not the richest, not the most powerful, not even the brightest. But these are men and women who are flexible, who can do adjustments, thus who can survive and have overcome. Precisely, our 5-day training is about overcoming challenges. And it's about instruction, assessment. Why? We dedicate this to our teachers. And this will form part of the mantra of our 800,000 teachers governing and developing 20 million learners. Again, why? May I say and reiterate what Yusek Dadza said, because children are important. So we dedicate again this whole arena of an in-service training with all the support of the regional directors all over the country, because we believe in the mantra of cooperation, collaboration, sulong edukalidad, ituloy ang edukasyon. Number 3 in the kite dimension, paglilinang sa mga kakayahan ng ating mga guro. Again, why? Because children are important. Now let me close this message of support with a good salute to our teachers, because DepEd Teaches is for our teachers and we belong to that sector. A builder built a temple and wrote it with grace and skills, pillars and grains and arches, all fashioned to work his will. Men said, as they saw its beauty, they shall never know decay. Great is thy skill of builder. Your name shall endure forever. A teacher built a temple with loving and infinite care, putting each stone with a prayer, each layer with patience. But no one knew of his unceasing efforts. No one knew of his wondrous plan. For the temple that the teacher built was unseen in the eyes of men. Now gone is the builder's temple, crushed into the dust. Low lie its stately pillars, food for the consuming rust. But the temple that the teacher built will last while the ages roll, for that beautiful, unseen temple is a child's immortal soul. We all believe that children's immortality form part of this inset. We dedicate again to all the children of the entire Department of Education, just like how we put premium value on that little baby Jesus in the manger. It's the learner. Again, children are important. Otra vez, muchísimas gracias. Buenas tardes a todos. Saludar.
Thank you so much, Director Bores, for displaying that courage and strong commitment of support to this endeavor. If we could give a round of applause, especially to our participants in the Zoom, it's really very much important to give that message a very virtual round of applause to Director Bores. And for her, as long as Filipino learners are in our hearts, we will surpass any kind of challenges.
This point, to give the message of support representing the school's division superintendent, let us all welcome the school division superintendent of Ilocos Sur, SDS George M. Reynante. Can we all give him a virtual round of applause? Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Ma'am and Sir. Thank you so much. Our Secretary, the Honorable Leonor Mactolis Briones, our Undersecretaries, Assistant Secretaries, Regional Directors, Assistant Regional Directors, Bureau Directors, and their assistants, my fellow SOMOS, fellow Schools Division Superintendents, Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, to all the personnel of DepEd, a blessed afternoon to all of us. On behalf of the Schools Division Superintendents of all the SDSS, I would like to express my all-out support to the program. This is very timely. It will further galvanize the resolve of our teachers to continue delivering quality education despite the pandemic, despite the problems. Still, we can go on with our mandated task of delivering quality education. Thank you so much to all our officials for coming up with this program. Yes, it's really true. When we empower teachers, they will all the more be inspired to work hard for the sake of our learners, for the sake of their future. With this, again, from the Philippine Association of School Superintendents, thank you so much. God bless us. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you so much, SDS George M. Reynante, for unwavering support, and of course for the rest of the school's division superintendents. May we always remember the greater purpose of this program, empowering teachers, enabling learners.
At this point, we request all our Zoom participants to express their pledge of support by raising and displaying their hashtag signages, which we requested earlier for them or from them. The hashtag I support DepEd teaches. This could also be a good Kodak moment to all our participants in the Zoom.
I support DepEd teachers.
We support DepEd teachers.
We support DepEd teachers.
We request everyone, our Zoom participants, to please get a pen and paper and then kindly write the hashtag I support DepEd Teaches. And this is going to be a good Kodak moment. Okay? So you can now turn on your camera and everyone.
Sino ba ang hindi
You can see?
naapektuhan?
Okay? So we will have now a gallery view photo op of our hashtag I support DepEd Teaches. Don't forget to show your beautiful smile, our dear participants.
Oh.
There you go. I see a lot of our participants, they already have their hashtag I support DepEd Teaches.
Región 9 soporta a todos maestros y maestras del Departamento de Educación.
We support DepEd Teachers.
And I see a thumbs up from our USET. So starting today, use our hashtag I support DepEd Teaches for every insight, reflection, and meaningful experience that you will encounter as we continue and move forward for this new program of OUCI. DepEd Teaches. This is a good Kodak moment. You can also take a picture of that you can keep. Okay. Right. Again, thank you so much, our dear participants, for that hashtag I support DepEd Teaches. To give us the closing remarks, let us all give a virtual round of applause to the Assistant Secretary for Curriculum Instruction, ASEC Alma Ruby C. Torio.
Thank you, Ma'am Ana and Sir July, USEC Dads, our CI pillars, our regional directors, superintendents, and all our allies in delivering quality and responsive curriculum instruction, all the participants via Facebook and via Zoom. Good afternoon to all of you. Please allow me to offer my congratulations to everyone for the successful launch of our DepEd Teaches. I know you are all excited about this initiative, but I also know that the ultimate reward of this initiative is seeing our learners achieve great things as we embark on this journey to equip our teachers, school leaders, and other members of our DepEd community with the best practices and ideas related to teaching and learning and other important educational concerns.
Tapos na ako.
We would like to
Nakikinig lang
thank
ako. Okay na.
USEC Dads for his leadership in initiating this effective approach to address information challenges. As we live in this digital age, we need to rely on varied information every hour of every day. With this, we need to invest to upgrade our skills for this very important transformation. DepEd teachers can make skills upgrading more accessible, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic, where we cannot meet face-to-face because of the COVID-19 restrictions. DepEd teachers will pay special attention in reaching a community of teachers and school managers where everyone may share their ideas and the challenges they face in performing their function in relation to sulong edukalidad. Of course, we would like to thank our beloved Secretary, Ma'am Liling, and the entire MANCOM for all the support and inspiration as we embark on this meaningful and rewarding DepEd Teachers journey. Thank you as well to RD Beth Bores and SDS George Renante for taking time out of their busy duties to deliver their message of support on behalf of all our directors and superintendents. We look forward to having all our directors and superintendents in the upcoming episodes of our DepEd Teachers. We will love to listen and be inspired with the teaching moments of our key field officials. I would like also to take this opportunity to acknowledge the collaborative work of our CI directors and heads. Director Joyce and Director Sam of BCD, Direct Laila and Direct Lito of BLD, Direct Nelia and Direct Marivic of BEA, Direct Aris and Direct Raul of BLR, Direct Ranvi of TEC, Ma'am Lori of EPSEO, Sir Eric of LCC. I hope I did not miss anyone. Because of them, we were able to deliberate carefully on the content of our DepEd Teachers journey. We are very confident that all the episodes will deliver relevant, helpful, and practical content that will benefit our teachers, school leaders, and all the other members of our DepEd community. I would like to close my remarks wishing the support and participation of everyone in the upcoming episodes. On that note, I look forward to the many exciting webinars ahead as we continue our DepEd Teachers journey. Thank you very much and happy launching of our DepEd Teachers in the name of our children, because children are important. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Asek Alma Ruby C. Torio, for that powerful message, and we look forward to seeing you also in one of the episodes of DepEd Teaches. So once again, on behalf of the CI, we extend our deepest gratitude and heartfelt appreciation for this renewed spirit of cooperation and willingness to be part of this endeavor and leading us in engaging our teachers and the rest of the members of the DepEd family in an online learning community, the DepEd Teaches. We would like to thank also all our live Facebook audience who participated and who joined us when we asked our Zoom participants to do the hashtag I support DepEd Teaches. Again, thank you so much to our live Facebook audience.
Then before we finally end, Ma'am Ana, we would like to have some announcements and reminders. For the first episode of DepEd Teaches, which will start tomorrow, December 15 at 1:30 p.m., we will have the episode entitled Overcoming Challenges in Curriculum to be presented by none other than Director of the Bureau of Curriculum Development, Director Jocelyn D.R. Andaya. On December 16, we will have the next presentation about overcoming challenges in learning delivery modalities to be presented to us by the Director of the Bureau of Learning Delivery, our Director, Director Laila P. Ariola. Then on Thursday, December 17, let us listen to the topic of overcoming challenges in classroom assessment and grading system to be presented by the OIC Director 3 of the Bureau of Learning Delivery, Director Lito A. Palomar. And finally, on Friday, December 18, we will have the episode on overcoming challenges in learning resources to be presented to us by the OIC Director 4 of the Bureau of Learning Resources, Attorney Aris Delson Acaya D. Kawilan.
Okay, so all of this will follow the same time. So each topic will start at 1:30 p.m. starting tomorrow. Please don't forget to register for DepEd Teaches first episode via DepEd Philippines Facebook. So you can see the link on the screen. Okay, and I think it will be posted also on the Facebook. So before we end, we request again our dear Zoom participants to please wave your hashtag. Okay, so can we turn on again our camera, and this time let's do some wave and post again your hashtag. Okay, so it's not just going to be a still image, but it's and the rest of our Facebook audience, you can also join us with your hashtag on your, please write it on the comment section.
Okay.
So those to all, thank you so much. You know what, Sir July? The lingering message I could think of in today's activity is that if you know you are good, then you should not stop becoming better because you'll never be the best. And so this is what DepEd Teaches is offering or trying to tell us: continuous professional development, capacitating our teachers and school leaders in a free online learning community. So I look forward to seeing the best speakers that we will have in DepEd Teaches, and certainly our audience will be truly delighted. Sir July, aren't you excited?
Certainly, Ma'am Ana, I'm so much excited. And in spite of the negative things that happened this year, there have been various or most blessings and wonderful opportunities we have experienced. And that is the strong support of the DepEd or the Department of Education in upskilling our educators to provide best education to our Filipino learners. And with DepEd Teaches, this is what we will do together as we move forward welcoming a new year 2021 in empowering teachers, enabling learners.
Absolutely. And so always check and follow DepEd Philippines Facebook to know more about the updates and latest episodes of free webinars in DepEd Teaches. Don't forget, our first episode will start tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. In DepEd Teaches, our mission is to empower teachers and to enable learners, for children are important. I am your host. This is Anna Marlene de Tonwa.
And I am Juliven Abreya signing off. Thank you and good day to everyone.
Bye, July and Anna.